If you are looking for authentic practice test for Oracle Cloud Foundation certificate, then you are right place. If you follow all the videos of this series, I guarantee you would comfortably pass the exam with more than 80 marks. I highly recommend you to watch each part at least twice and pause the video and try to answer the question by your own. We also have comprehensive study material specially created for you for this exam. You can avail that at free of cost. Welcome to Texalate. Myself, OCI, AWS and Azure certified professional and Microsoft certified trainer. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified for all our upcoming practice tests. So without wasting any time, let's start. Question 1. Select two encryption keys that are not recognized by the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Vault service. Options are A. Alias keys, B. Master encryption keys, C. Wrapper keys, D. Data encryption keys, and E. Auth tokens. Now, there are three encryption keys which are supported by OCI Vault service. First, master encryption key, second, data encryption key, and third one is wrapper key. So let's move to the Oracle documentation to see this. Here it is clearly mentioned, conceptually the Vault service recognizes three types of encryption keys: master encryption keys, wrapping keys, and data encryption keys. So in our case, option A is correct as this is not supported and the question asked to select which is not. Option B, master encryption key. This is incorrect as this is supported. Option C and option D is also incorrect as this is supported. Next, option E, this is correct as this is not supported. So the correct answer is option A and option E. Now question 2. Which two pricing model is supported by Oracle Cloud Infrastructure? Option A, annual universal credits. Option B, daily universal credits. Option C, monthly universal credits. Option D, weekly universal credits. Let's move to the Oracle documentation. Here we can see there are mainly four types of pricing model that are supported: consistent global pricing, pay as you go, Oracle universal credits, and bring your own license. If you go to Oracle universal credits, you can see there are two types of universal credits is supported. First, annual universal credits, and second, monthly universal credit. So coming back to our option A is correct as this is supported, but option B, this is incorrect. Option C is correct and option D is incorrect. So correct options are option A and option C. Let's move to question 3. What is an example of edge services in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure? Option A, cloud storage. Option B, virtual firewall. Option C, web application firewall. And option D, virtual cloud network. Before we answer this question, we have to know what is edge service. Edge services provide capabilities for web application security, DDoS protection, DNS, traffic management, email delivery, etc. Now analyze the options. Option A, cloud storage, does not provide web application security or DDoS protection, etc. So this is incorrect. Option B, virtual network, is also not edge service as this also does not provide these services. Option C, web application firewall. This is edge service as this does provide web application security or DDoS protection. So this is correct. Option D, virtual cloud network, is also incorrect. So the correct answer is option C. Next, question 4. Which two statements are true for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Service Level Agreements? And the options are A, this is number of 8 for a month and percentage credit. B, financially backed commitment to provide a minimum level of service to customers. C. Financially backed commitment to provide a maximum level of service to customers. D. This is number of nines for a week and a percentage credit. And E. This is number of nines for a month and a percentage credit. Let's check the definition of SLA in Oracle documentation. So what is SLA as per the documentation? It's financially backed commitment to provide a minimum level of service to customers and usually defined as a number of nines for a month and a percentage credit. So here there are three takeaways. First, this is minimum level of service to customers. Second, this is defined as a number of nines. And third, SLA is measured on monthly basis. So with these three takeaway, we will analyze the answers. Now coming back to the option. Option A is incorrect as it is mentioned as number of 8, but actually it should be number of 9. Option B is correct as this match with the definition we just saw. Option C is incorrect as this is not to provide maximum level of service. It's minimum level of service. So this is incorrect. Option D is also incorrect as this is not for a week. Rather, SLA is measured in a month. Option E is correct as this match with our definition we just saw. So the correct answers are option B and option E. Question 5. Which is not a valid compute shape option within the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Compute Service? Option A, bare metal. Option B, container instance. Option C, virtual machine. And option D, dedicated virtual machine host. Before answering the question, let's see the documentation. We can see different compute shape is supported for bare metal. Let's scroll a bit. Different shape is also available for virtual machines. Next, scroll further. So we can also see dedicated virtual machine host is also available. Now let's move to the options we have. Bare metal is supported. So this is incorrect. Option B is correct as we did not find this in the documentation. So this is not supported. Next, option C is incorrect as this is also supported as per the documentation. Option D, dedicated virtual machine host, this is also incorrect as this is also supported. So the correct answer is option B, container instance. Next, question 6. A company has developed a payroll application in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. What should they do to ensure that the application has the highest level of availability and resilience? And the options are: deploy the application across multiple availability domains and subnets. Option B, deploy the application across multiple virtual cloud networks. Option C, deploy the application across multiple regions and availability domains. And option D, deploy the application across availability domains and fault domains. Now analyze the answers. Option A is a good solution, but it would fail in case of regional outage. So this is incorrect. Option B is incorrect. Deploy the application in multiple VCN won't provide you the highest level of availability and resilience. Option C, deploy the application across multiple regions and availability domain. This is correct. This would help you in achieve highest level of availability as well as resilience. Option D is incorrect. Same as option A, it won't help you in regional outage. So the correct option is option C. Next, question 7. A financial company wants to redesign their platform to a microservice based architecture using Docker containers. Which Oracle Cloud Infrastructure service you should use for deployment of these new microservices? And the options are streaming service, option B, event service, option C, container engine for Kubernetes, Option D, API gateway. Option A, streaming service. As this is a financial company, so they has to do nothing with streaming. So this is incorrect choice. Next, event service. Again, financial company does not deal with event-based services. So this is also incorrect. Option C, container engine for Kubernetes. This is correct. As in the question, it is mentioned that the company want to use microservice-based architecture using Docker containers. So you have to use container engine for Kubernetes. Option D, API gateway is also incorrect. So the correct answer is option C. Next, question 8. Which two statements are correct for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Accelerated Data Science SDK? Options are: it is a Python library that makes common tasks faster, easier and less error prone. Option B, it is a JavaScript library that makes common tasks faster, easier and less error prone. Option C, it is an additional cost to the data science service. And option D, it is included as part of data science service. So you have to check whether it is a Python library or JavaScript library. And next, whether we would be using it as free of cost or we have to pay some additional cost. Let's go to docs.oracle.com and see what is written there. So in the documentation, it is written as the Oracle Accelerated Data Science SDK is a Python library that is included as part of the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Data Science Service. Now let's move to the options we have. Option A is correct as it is Python library. We just saw that. Option B is incorrect. This is not JavaScript library. This is actually Python library. Option C is also incorrect. We do not have to pay any additional cost for ADS. Option D is correct. Yes, it is included as part of the data science service. So the correct options are option A and option D. Next, question 9. Which feature is key benefit of using Oracle Cloud Infrastructure? Option A, OCI offers low latency. Option B, OCI offers high cost with performance. Option C, OCI offers high ping. And option D, OCI offers committed performance with a predictable pricing model. Option A, OCI offers low latency. This is definitely a benefit. But is this a key benefit? Let's hold on this as we need to check other options. Option B, OCI offers high cost with performance. This is not a benefit actually, and it's not true for OCI. So this is incorrect. Option C, OCI offers high ping. Same as previous option. This is not true for OCI. So this is also incorrect. Option D, OCI offers committed performance with a predictable pricing model. This is correct for OCI and this is more appropriate than option A. So this is correct. So option A would be incorrect in this particular case. So the correct answer is option D. Question 10. Your company keep multiple versions of objects in OCI bucket. You got a new request where it has been asked to delete any previous versions object after 90 days. Which Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Object Storage feature you will use? And the options are A, storage tier, B, bucket policy, C, multiple upload, and D, object lifecycle management. Now let's analyze the answers. Option A, storage tier. A storage tier is required when you will upload the object. So this is incorrect. Next, option B, bucket policy. With this, you can restrict the access to the bucket, but it won't delete any object from your bucket. So this is also incorrect. Option C, multi-part upload. This is required while uploading the object in bucket. If your object size is high, then you can use this feature. But it won't help you in deleting the object. So this is also incorrect. And the last option is object lifecycle management. This is correct. With Object Lifecycle Management, you can configure that after how many days older versions object will be deleted. Let's quickly move to the Oracle documentation. So from the documentation, we can see we can move the object from different tiers, and we can also delete the object for any previous versions. So the correct answer for question 10 is option D. Question 11. Which Oracle Cloud Infrastructure service you can configure to send you an alert for high CPU usage? And the options are A. Logging Analytics, option B. Monitoring, and option C. Events. Now let's analyze the options. Option A. Logging Analytics. Logging Analytics service will help you to explore, search, analyze, visualize, and monitor all log data of your application and system infrastructure. You can't configure alert here, so this is incorrect. Next, option B, monitoring. Let's go to Oracle documentation. Here it is mentioned the monitoring service uses metrics to monitor resources and alarms to notify you when these metrics meet alarm specified triggers. To move back to the options. So option B, monitoring, is correct. Option C, event. Event is consist of different set of rules and action trigger. So this is incorrect. So the correct answer for question 11 is option B. Question 12. Which service is not available in Oracle Cloud free tier account? And the options are A. Fast Connect, B. Load balancing from load balancer, C. Block volume, and D. Autonomous database. Now analyze the options. Option A, Fast Connect. This is not a free service, so you won't be able to use Fast Connect in free tier. So this is correct option. Option B, Load Balancing. Yes, you can use load balancer in OCI free tier. As the question asks to choose the incorrect option, for in this case this is incorrect. Option C, Block Volume. Yes, you can use block volume in OCI free tier. So this is also incorrect. Option D, Autonomous Database. Yes, you can use Autonomous Database up to 2 instances. So this is also incorrect. So the correct option for question 12 is option A, Fast Connect. Question 13. You need to store application backup for 1 year, but also may need to retrieve immediately based on business needs. Which OCI storage service you will use for this requirement? And the options are A. File storage, B. Archive storage, C. Block volume, and D. Object storage. Now analyze the options. Option A, file storage. File storage is costly and also not suitable for archiving purpose. So this is incorrect choice. Option B, archive storage. You can use archive storage for storing application backup, but at the same time you won't be able to retrieve immediately if needed. So you can't use archive storage in this case. So this is incorrect choice. Next, block volume. Block volume is also not suitable for archive purpose. So this is incorrect. And the last option is object storage. Object storage is not ideal for archiving purpose, but as you need to retrieve immediately, so you can't use archive storage. So for this specific scenario, you have to use object storage. So this is correct choice. Let's quickly show you the Oracle documentation for this, why we will use object storage, not archive storage. Here we are in archive storage documentation. You can see it is written the minimum storage retention period for archive storage is 90 days. So that means you can't retrieve the object immediately if needed. That is why we can't use archive storage for our purpose. So the correct answer for question 13 is option D, object storage. Question 14. Which two statements are invalid for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure compartments? And the options are A. Compartments can have subcompartments. Option B. Each compartment is local to a region. Option C. Compartments are logical entities. Option D. Compartments can be nested. And option E. Resources inside the compartments cannot be moved to another compartment. Now let's analyze the options. If you have watched our study material video, then you should be able to answer this question. Option A. Compartments can have subcompartments. Compartments can be nested but cannot have subcompartment. As the question asked to choose incorrect option, so this is correct option. Option B. Each compartment is local to a region. This is also incorrect statement. So in this case, correct choice. Option C. Compartments are logical entities. If you remember out from our study material notes, this is true for compartment. So this is incorrect choice. Option D. Compartments can be nested. Yes, this is also true. So this is incorrect. Option E. Resources inside the compartment cannot be moved to another compartment. Yes, resources should be part of single compartment. So this is true for compartment, hence incorrect choice. So the correct options for question 14 is option A and option B. Question 15. You have mission critical application which requires to be globally available at all time. Which deployment strategy should you adopt? And the options are A. Use multiple fault domains in each availability domain in each region. Option B. Use multiple fault domain in any availability domain with multiple regions. Option C. Use multiple availability domains in one region. And option D. Use multiple fault domains in one region. Option A is very good solution and will also provide a good fault tolerant architecture. So this is correct choice. Option B. The problem in this case is with any availability domain. If that particular availability domain goes down, your application won't be available. So this is incorrect. Option C. Use multiple availability domain in one region. This won't help you in case if that particular region goes down. So this is also incorrect. Option D. Use multiple fault domains in one region. Same as option C, if that particular region goes down, then it won't work. So this is also incorrect. So for question 15, the correct option is option A. Congratulations! This concludes the second part of OCI Foundation Practice Test Series. If you like the video, please comment, like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part of this video series.